Hello, welcome to the local weather update. It's about 9:45, and it's cooled off quite a bit out there. Temperatures are definitely a lot cooler than they were earlier. We got temperatures generally around 60 degrees outside. Unfortunately, though, in the alley, it's still 67 degrees. That's the air coming through my window right now. Trying to get by without the air conditioner. It's a little warm in here. I had to clean the filter off because it's going to get hotter later on this week, but I'm not going to talk about that in this. Talk about the longer range tomorrow night. But let's take a look and see what we got out there. 59 degrees. Boy, I wish it was like that here in the urban hellhole, but it's not. Said in the alley, it's just it traps all the heat. It's horrible. I miss getting fresh air. My allergies were actually a lot better on the South Shore. The minute I come back to this apartment, I it's terrible sinus pressure and just this place is making me sick because I can't get fresh air. But anyway, we got well into the 70s today, so it was a pretty mild day today. Breezy easterly winds, as you can see throughout the day. So a pretty breezy day. We have breezy conditions right now. Pretty strong easterly wind, of course, not in the alley, but definitely outside, generally outside as far as actual being outside. Feels pretty cool out there. Everywhere. Easterly wind, and even a little cooler on the South Shore. You can see those easterly wind gusts. That's because of the pressure gradient between the strong high over us and that what's left of that low to the south. So you can see, generally speaking, put the dew points on the screen, but dew points generally in the mid-40s. So dry air, very pleasant out there, unless you live where I'm living. So let's take a look at the high temperatures. And you can see highs generally mid to upper 70s, 77, except the east end where it's a little cooler, fairly uniform due to that strong easterly flow. Maybe closer to 80 around the city, but other than that, upper 70s. Let's look at the lows. And the lows tonight, 46 at West Hampton where they got radiational cooling, otherwise mid-50s, and 64 at LaGuardia, which is probably what it got down in the alley. I had to have the AC on most of the night last night, unfortunately. Shouldn't need it. Wouldn't need it if I didn't live in this place, but lows in the low 50s elsewhere. So there you go. Let's go take a look at the statistics from the weather service here, and you'll see they're talking about the smoke. It says sunny then haze, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. We may have the smoke back tomorrow. You noticed a little bit of it today. Actually, they bring it up here. A plume of Canadian wildfire smoke is forecast to drift over the area Tuesday and could lead to decreased air quality. It looks like they're playing one of the models here for tomorrow. So let's look at this here. They're actually talking about the smoke for tomorrow. This is one of the models. So they're playing it, and you can see that's probably the RAP, and you can see there's going to be like a wave of smoke over the area. That's going to come through, so it could lead to decreased air quality. So they're indicating that it might actually be near the surface, this smoke. So we may be smelling it tomorrow. A little different than from before. So let's go back to the weather statistics for the day. Just going to go over the weather statistics for the day. So islip, 77 degrees. Normal high 72, 5 degrees above normal for a high, but the low is 56, fairly close to the normal 55. That still puts us about 4 degrees above normal for the day. Central Park, same deal, 4 degrees above normal for the day. They got up to 79. And Newark probably hit 80 again. No, Newark got up to 79. So let's go to the satellite loop, and you'll see the smoke. Here it is. You can sort of see the smoke over there. And this is actually considered near surface smoke. You can clearly see it kind of moving in here from New England here in the satellite loop. As the sun goes down, you can sort of see the smoke. Looking at the MODIS satellite, we can trace back maybe to where the smoke came from. Can't really see it too well on here. You can sort of see it a little bit, not too well. There, you can see it a little better over here. So that is what's going to be drifting. That easterly flow is going to be bringing that smoke in. And it actually went all around. It went all around the high. It came all the way from here. We'll just explain to you where it came from. So this is the Northwest Territories over here. And came all the way around the high. We'll have to draw this out. If I could remember where the freaking paint thing is. Come on. I draw this out. It went around the high and came back like this. So that's how the smoke is getting to us. It's going around that way. So, yeah, we're going to be dealing with a little bit of that smoke tomorrow. And as far as today goes, noticed it a little bit out there. I'll just show you some pictures. So this is what it looked like this evening. You can see a little bit of haze in the air, slight bit of haze as the sun set. But the sun was still pretty bright. It might not look like that tomorrow, however. We'll have to see what happens. However, it's not, like I said, it's not that thick, but I think it's near the surface, and that's the difference we're going to have versus what we've had in the past. So let's go to the smoke model map here. This is the RAP, vertically integrated smoke, and then I'm going to do the near surface smoke. So this is the vertically integrated smoke, and you see it's a pretty thick smoke there that's going to come through tomorrow. This is tomorrow here, the 30th, and you'll see goes up to about the afternoon here, and you'll see here, you see that thick smoke coming in there, all right? So that's the vertically integrated smoke, and I'll just show it to you on the still frame. So it looks like we're going to be dealing with some hazy skies tomorrow. It looks like it drifts right over our area, unfortunately, for tomorrow. And it looks pretty thick, too. But now if we go look at the near-surface smoke, you'll see we also have near-surface smoke showing up as well. This is like really zoomed out here. But you can look here. That's the near surface. It looks like it's coming down from a loft for whatever reason. Is there a fire over there now, too? So we'll have to look at some more satellite loops and figure this out. Let's go to the Great Lakes satellite view. It's supposed to be a local weather update, but because the smoke is coming from elsewhere, we kind of have to... Yep, there's a fire that just popped up, it looks like, in... Yep, we got another big fire. This time it is in... looks like... trying to figure out where that is, but that looks like... Ontario province. Yeah. So that's not good at all. Yep, it looks like there's a fire over here. Yeah, here it is. It's Ontario province. We have another wildfire now that just started. So it just continues, folks. We'll talk more about this tomorrow night. I wanted to keep this weather update brief. So we're going to be dealing with some smoke tomorrow, obviously, it looks like. So let's go to the models here, and you'll see there's that low, there's the high, so we got this easterly gradient that's coming through, and you can see that's going to continue and be even a little tighter for tomorrow, and that's going to continue that easterly flow and keeping us dry. I should put this on the HRRR, I suppose. That rain stays to the south. High pressure, again, in control. Easterly flow, so it will be a little bit cooler for tomorrow, I think, versus today, whereas we have more of a northeasterly flow. It'll be more of an easterly flow, so let's go look at the dew points and wind flow here, and you'll see easterly flow continues for tomorrow. Low dew points, again, there, so that tropical moisture stays way to the south. Going into Wednesday, we continue with it, and northeast to east wind continuing into Wednesday with maybe a little bit of more moisture in the air, but no rain. So tonight, we're going to have lows drop back into the probably 50 to 55 degree range, except, of course, where I live. We'll have to see if I can get by without the... I'm trying to give the AC a break because we're going to need it plenty. You'll see tomorrow, it looks like it'll be a lot cooler with that onshore flow, and maybe with the smoke, it might actually wind up filtering the sun a little bit, keep temperatures down too. So highs only inland, interior areas of Long Island, probably maybe low 70s, but everywhere else be upper 60s, and then dropping as we get into the afternoon. And then temperatures tomorrow night will drop into the 50s. Again, it'll be pretty cool. And then as we get toward Wednesday, looks like a similar type of day, though, again, we'll talk more about that tomorrow. Wednesday could be a little bit warmer, perhaps, than tomorrow. Let's look at the skies. GFS, again, that cirrus was kind of off to the south today. We're kind of on the boundary of it, and I think tomorrow will be similar deal again. And as we go into Wednesday, it looks like it pushes a few more clouds into the area. Let's go to the RGM model here and look at this. Again, this doesn't show the smoke, but it does show the cirrus well off to the south. But we will be dealing with that wildfire smoke for sure. And then for Wednesday, it still shows the clouds off to the south. But again, we may still be dealing with the wildfire smoke. So I think that's going to wrap up this local weather update. And again, we'll have to keep an eye on this. You can sort of see the smoke there that we have. So this is going to be an issue, again, continuing. But when you look at the forecast, it does say patchy smoke. So we will be dealing with smoke, and we will possibly be smelling it perhaps tomorrow as well. So although it will be cool, it will be a little smoky out there. Another reminder of the kind of crisis we're in here. No rain either. And there's another thing. There was a brush fire. I don't have much information on it. But there was a brush fire. That would be a separate video. But there was a brush fire on Long Island today, but I can't really find out too much information about it. But if I do, I'll make another video about it. I'll have to look after I finish with this. But anyway, have a good night. And again, happy Memorial Day. Memorial Day is all about is remembering those who gave everything for this country. Have a good night.